Every year, Q4 is the most profitable time in payment processing, not because anything changes in the system, but because transaction volume explodes in a very short window. During the holiday season, spending accelerates across nearly every industry. E-commerce brands process months of volume in weeks. Travel bookings surge. Digital businesses run their largest promotions. Subscription charges stack up fast before the year ends. All of that money moves through payment processors. Every checkout, every card charge, every recurring payment generates fees. And those fees don't just go to the processor, they get shared with the referral partners who brought those businesses in. In this video, I'm going to explain why Q4 consistently creates the best opportunity of the year for referral partners in payment processing. We'll cover which industries see the biggest spikes, why timing matters more in Q4 than any other quarter, and how to position yourself so you're ready to take advantage of Q4 in 2026. If you're a referral partner looking for a simple, repeatable way to earn commissions without running a payments business, this is the season you need to understand. Stay until the end, and I'll also share a free resource that breaks this down step by step. Q4 creates a very specific environment for businesses, and that environment changes how decisions get made. As volume ramps up, payment systems are pushed harder than at any other point in the year. Traffic increases, transactions stack up faster, and money moves at a pace that doesn't exist in quieter months. When that happens, every part of the payment flow becomes more visible. Approval rates matter more. Payout timing matters more. Small delays, minor friction, or inconsistent performance suddenly show up in the numbers. What felt manageable earlier in the year becomes impossible to ignore when revenue is moving quickly. That pressure brings attention to payments. Businesses start paying closer attention to how money is flowing in and out, how smoothly customers are checking out, and whether their current setup can handle sustained volume without issues. Conversations that felt unnecessary a few months earlier now feel urgent. Decision-making also speeds up during this period. Q4 compresses timelines. Businesses don't want drawn-out processes or endless comparisons. They want stability, reliability, and clarity, and they want it quickly so they can focus on selling while demand is high. This environment creates a strong opening for referral partners. You're not introducing a new idea or forcing a conversation. You're stepping into a moment where businesses are already evaluating their payment setup and looking for guidance they can trust. A timely recommendation carries more weight because the stakes are higher. Another factor that makes Q4 stand out is how clearly problems surface. Higher volume exposes gaps in fraud protection, pricing, and support. Issues that were previously hidden by lower activity become obvious when transactions accelerate. For referral partners, timing does most of the work. Being present during this window means your introduction aligns with an existing need. The combination of urgency, visibility, and volume makes Q4 consistently more productive than any other part of the year. With that context, let's look at the industries where these conditions show up most strongly and where referral partners tend to see the best results during the fourth quarter. E-commerce and retail are the most obvious places to start. During the holiday season, online stores see a sharp increase in traffic and transaction volume. Many merchants process 2 to 3 times their normal monthly volume in Q4, which directly increases processing fees and residual income. This is also when payment issues become more visible, making merchants more open to improving their setup. Travel and hospitality also ramp up toward the end of the year. Flights, hotels, and bookings spike during the holidays, creating high transaction volume in a short period. While travel is often considered higher risk due to cancellations and chargebacks, that risk usually comes with higher fees. For payment professionals who understand the space, this creates meaningful upside. Health and fitness follow a slightly different pattern. The major revenue surge happens in January, but Q4 is when memberships, packages, and promotions are sold. Onboarding a gym or fitness business now positions you for recurring billing as New Year signups begin. Then there's what's often referred to as high-risk e-commerce, which can sound vague if you've never worked around payments. In simple terms, these are online businesses that sell products or services that banks tend to watch more closely. That usually includes categories like CBD and wellness products, supplements, subscription-based offers, and brands that sell higher ticket items online. These businesses aren't doing anything wrong, but they tend to deal with more refunds, more disputes, or more regulatory scrutiny than a typical retail store. During Q4, when sales jump quickly, many standard processors tighten their controls or slow things down, which creates problems for merchants right when volume is highest. That's often when these businesses start looking for more stable payment solutions they can rely on through the holiday rush. Finally, coaching and digital education businesses tend to run launches and promotions around Black Friday and year-end. These businesses usually sell higher ticket offers, which can generate strong processing revenue without physical inventory or complex fulfillment. Across all of these industries, the pattern is the same. Q4 concentrates payment volume into a short time frame. And when volume accelerates like that, opportunities for referral partners tend to follow. This path is for people who don't want to run a payment processing business, but already have access to business owners, accountants, consultants, marketers, agency owners, and anyone with a strong professional network fit here naturally. The model itself is simple. You partner with a payment processor that offers a referral program. When you introduce a business, the processor takes care of onboarding, underwriting, pricing, and support. You're not managing accounts or handling technical details. You're making a trusted connection. Q4 is where this model really comes to life. Businesses are already thinking about their payment setup as volume increases. Higher transaction activity exposes issues quickly, declines, checkout friction, and inefficient pricing structures suddenly have a direct impact on revenue. That makes the conversation feel relevant and timely, not forced. This is why preparing ahead of the Q4 of 2026 matters. Referral relationships take time to warm up. When businesses start planning for the holiday season, the people they reach out to are the ones they already trust. Being positioned before that planning phase means your recommendation lands when decisions are actually being made. From a compensation standpoint, referral partners earn a portion of the processing fees generated by the businesses they introduce. The percentage is usually modest, but volume does the heavy lifting. Referring a business that processes strong holiday volume can result in a few $100s in commissions in a single month. Multiply that across multiple businesses, and it compounds quickly without requiring ongoing involvement. Network and timing do most of the work here. Q4 gives you a natural reason to reach out, and preparing for Q4 2026 gives you an even stronger one. A simple conversation about making sure payments are ready for the busiest time of the year is often enough to open the door. The only real caution is being selective. When you make a referral, your credibility is attached to that introduction. Choose a processor you trust to handle the relationship well, because once the connection is made, they're representing you. That said, we'd be irresponsible not to mention risks. Every opportunity has trade-offs, and Q4 is no exception. The goal isn't to avoid risk entirely, but to understand it and manage it properly. One common issue during high-volume periods is increased fraud and chargebacks. More transactions naturally attract more fraud attempts, and chargebacks often show up weeks after the holidays. If these aren't controlled, they can lead to account reviews or even freezes. Encouraging merchants to tighten basic fraud controls and monitor disputes closely goes a long way in protecting both their accounts and your income. Another factor is seasonality. Some merchants you onboard in Q4 may see a sharp drop in volume after the new year. Not every processor handles seasonal businesses well. Low off-season volume can trigger minimum fees or account issues if expectations aren't set up front. Working with providers that understand seasonality helps ensure these merchants stay in good standing and are ready to scale again next year. The key is being proactive. Set clear expectations with merchants about what Q4 looks like, what happens afterward, and how to prepare for both. When you help businesses navigate their busiest season without disruptions, you're not just providing processing, you're building trust. And trusted relationships tend to last, grow, and generate referrals over time. Here's the bottom line. This is one of the best times of year to make money in payment processing because transaction volume is working in your favor. A strong Q4 can increase income quickly, but more importantly, it can help you build a portfolio that continues to pay well after the holiday season ends. The people who benefit most from this period aren't chasing quick wins. They're using the seasonal spike to establish relationships, onboard quality merchants, and set themselves up for steady residual income going forward. If you want help getting started or understanding how this works in practice, comment "Guide Me" below. We'll send you a free guide that breaks down how to get started, what to look for in a processor, and how referral partners can approach this the right way. As always, timing matters. This year's Q4 is coming to a close, but that doesn't mean the opportunity is gone. This is the time to learn, understand what works, and prepare properly, because the ones who win Q4 next year start laying the groundwork now.